Good morning, boys and girls. This is one of my favorite trees right out front of our house. Maybe you can see why it's my favorite. Isn't that cool? Anyway, I hope it's sunny where you are and you're enjoying this beautiful spring morning.
Good morning, boys and girls. Do you feel it? It's such a Friday. It's such a Friday, right? Let's just do that together. Ready? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, good morning, everybody. Nice to see you here on a Friday. Go ahead and get our calendar all updated for today. Out with the old and in with the new. Just going to get rid of all three of those together. I'm going to go ahead and add yesterday was the 16th. We did not update our calendar. That means today is Friday, April 17th. May as well do Saturday, Sunday. Saturday's the 18th, which means Sunday will be the 19th. Oh gosh, smartboard issue. Oh well. So, yesterday was Thursday. Today is Friday, and tomorrow will be Saturday. It's always more fun to talk like this at all times. Alright, let's take a look at our weather, see how it's holding. I've got sunshine on my shoulders. We started off this video today with me out front. And, oh, interesting. We've got some interesting weather happening. Today, obviously, is going to be beautiful. A high of 75. What's with the rain tomorrow? That's not cool. Let's double check and see what we have. Maybe? There we go. Let's see what the chances are. Oh, are you worried about it? I'm not either. Tell your family. We're only worried. This number is, the highest number I see is 41% chance. We know what we consider being a good chance. It's above 50. Then it's maybe going to happen. Below 50 hasn't been happening. Check out our wacky holiday. Today is, it is Haiku Poetry Day. If you're not sure what haiku means, well, stick around. You're about to find out. Well, haiku poetry is indeed a form of poetry that started in the country of Japan hundreds of years ago. Probably even more than that. Now watch this. Are you ready? I want you to say a magic word. Say, I don't know, whatever your magic word is. Mine is going to be abracadabra. Oh, ah. And here's a little bit of information on Japan. This is what the flag of Japan looks like. This is what the flag of the United States looks like. A little bit different. Some similar colors, a little bit of red, a little bit of white. This is what the country of Japan looks like. Right here, this really long island right here. In fact, this highest island up here is where Maya was born, on Hokkaido. Yep. But she grew up down around here in Tokyo. This says haiku poetry usually has something to do with nature, weather, or the four seasons. Plants, animals, and living things found outside are all part of nature. So the instructions here are to drag the pictures into the circle if they would be good topics for a haiku poem. We're looking for plants, animals, and living things. Weather, stuff like that. So what do you think? A football, would that go in the circle? No, that's not a living thing. But an apple is. How about a cheetah? Is a cheetah a living thing? It sure is. How about a dinner plate? Is that something to do with nature, weather, or the four seasons? No. Which ones would you put in the circle? Go ahead, just call them out. Okay, yeah, I heard somebody say shark. Uh-huh. Yes, butterfly. Good. Mm-hmm. Oh, yep. I heard that. Ant. Sunshine. Oh, winter. The clownfish. Absolutely. Oh, starfish. Good. I haven't seen that one. What else? Oh, yep. Leaves are falling. Don't forget. I heard you. The octopus. Maybe one more, two more. A little bit of rain. The planets. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. The flower's going to go in there. I don't even know what this is. Let's make it bigger and see. That looks like a branch. That goes in there, too. So everything that's inside the circle right now has to do with nature, weather, or the four seasons, and it would make a pretty good haiku poem. And here is a haiku, an example of one. Now, the funny thing about haiku is that 17 syllables I was telling you about, the first line has to have 5, the second line has to have 7, and the third line has to have 5. The great thing, you don't even have to rhyme haiku. So here's how this is what this one sounds like. It's called fishing. Line taut, hands quiver, a pull, a fish, reel him in. My first catch, yippee! So let's check to see if it has 5 in the first line. Line taut, hands quiver. I've got 5. How about the second line? A pull, a fish, reel him in. 7. And the last one. My first catch, yippee! That is haiku. Pretty cool, huh? Maybe you can write a haiku. Here's one more. This one's called Spring Flowers. Let's check it. Flowers are blooming. Rainbow colors paint the ground. Red, yellow, and blue. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about haiku. All right, friends. Well, we are back. Let's go ahead and check out our Eagle Cam. And that's live in the nest. Bye for now, Eagles. Maybe you'll check in on them over the weekend. Dinosaurs Before Dark. When we last were with our heroes, Jack and Annie had just named the pteranodon Henry. And as they were touching the back of his fur-like, feathery back, and noting that he had mouth like scissors, in the distance they saw a huge dinosaur. Chapter 5, Gold in the Grass. Go, go, said Jack, and he threw his notebook into his pack, and he pushed Annie toward the rope ladder. Bye, Henry, she said. Go, said Jack, and he gave Annie a big push, and she said, quit it. But she started up the ladder, and Jack scrambled after her, and they tumbled into the treehouse. They were panting like dogs as they looked out the window at the dinosaur. He was standing on a hilltop, eating flowers off of a tree. Oh, man, whispered Jack. We are in a long time ago. The dinosaur looked like a huge rhinoceros,
only it had 3 horns instead of 1. 2 long ones above his head and 1 right on his nose. He had a big shield-like thing behind his head, and Jack realized it was a triceratops. And Annie said, "Does he eat people?" And Jack grabbed the dinosaur book and he said, "I'll look it up." And he said, "There!" He pointed to a picture of a triceratops and he read it. It said, "The triceratops lived in the late Cretaceous period. This plant-eating dinosaur weighed over 12,000 pounds. Holy cow, geez mama." Jack slammed the book and said, "Nope, just plants, no meat." And Annie said, "Well, let's go see him." "What are you, nuts?" said Jack. "Don't you want to take notes about him? We're probably the first people in the world to ever see a real-life triceratops." And Jack sighed and said, "You're right. Let's go. That's a look at a triceratops." And down they went. "Go, go," said Annie. So Jack went, and Annie followed. And when they stepped off the ladder, the pteranodon gave them a kind of a look. Can you give me a look? Mm-hmm. Annie followed. She looked at Henry and she said, "I'll be back soon." "Shh," said Jack. And he led the way through the ferns, slowly and carefully. And when he reached the bottom of the hill, he kneeled behind a bush. And Annie knelt beside him and started to speak. "Shh," said Jack. Annie made a face. And Jack peeked out at the triceratops. The dinosaur was incredibly big. He took his notebook out of his pack and he wrote, "Eats flowers, eats slowly." Annie was nudging him. Jack was ignoring her. Jack finally looked at her and she pointed to herself and she walked her fingers through the air and then she pointed to the dinosaur. What's she going to do? She did this. Mm-hmm. Was she crazy? Thought Jack. She laughed and jumped away, and she fell into the grass in full view of the triceratops. "Get back!" But too late. The dinosaur had spotted Annie. He gazed down at her from the hilltop. Half of a magnolia flower was sticking out of his mouth, and Annie said, "Oops. Look out for his horns, Annie." "No, he's nice, Jack. Nice." But the triceratops just calmly grazed and looked down at her. Then he turned and kind of shuffled off. "Bye," said Annie. She turned to Jack and said, "See?" He grunted, but he wrote in his notebook, "Nice." "Come on, let's look around some more," said Annie. As Jack started to follow Annie, he saw something glittering in the tall grass. He reached out and picked it up. It was a medallion, a gold medallion. And the letter M was engraved or carved into the medallion. And he said, "Oh man, someone was here before us." Dun, dun, dun. Will the gold medallion reveal itself and its owner with the capital letter M? What does M stand for? Is it Mustafa? Is it Maldarelli? Is it Marley? Find out tomorrow in the next episode of Dinosaurs Before Dark, Dark, Dark. Ow! Hey, thanks for coming and hanging out a little bit today. Hope you guys have a nice Friday. Hope you have a lovely weekend. I'll see you today on our Zoom appointment at 11:45. I'm looking forward to it. Should be fun. All first grade sing-along. We'll see you guys there, and bye for now.